Morty Season 6 Episode 2 just came out and it's a banger. I am not reacting to it with you guys, okay? This is not a reaction per se, even though we will be watching the whole thing together, because I already watched it. I already have theories, I already have insight, and we will be watching this as a learning experience, therefore not violating copyright, because I understand the fair use policies better than probably anyone else alive. Take that, lawyers, you bitches. All right, let's start. It's a banger episode. I'm so happy.
Hey, you kids! Don't be bad outside my store!
I first heard this, I was like, oh my god, Justin Roiland is really voice acting all these characters.
Keep a nice store! Give it up, old man! We're just cool, bad kids doing young stuff!
And I'm like, oh my god, they're all voiced by the same guy. That's so lazy.
You guys want to do more skateboard moves? Which ones? The rad ones, that's which. How are you kids? Did you know your grandpa's trying to get your attention? Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is a meta thing. Oh, this is a meta thing.
Screw off, weirdo. Grandson, what's that mean? He's one of those cult people. They worship some psycho named Roy that says he's everybody's grandpa.
So, obviously, I love when there's this sci-fi trope introduced in a show, and they go back to that sci-fi trope and it wasn't forgotten. In Season 2, Episode 2, or was it Season 3, Episode 2? It was in Episode 2 of Seasons 2 or 3. And there was this game called Roy, A Life Well Lived, where you play as a character Roy in the game. And you go through the game as a character Roy. It's like you live a whole life in an alternate world. You have an alternate life, and the game ends when Roy dies in the game. Okay? So here, these are the NPCs of the Roy game that was introduced so far in the past.
So, what do you want to do
Such a cool
today?
concept.
Eat some snacks and maybe let me kiss you finally? You know, with my mouth and stuff? This is going on right now.
That's a boring way to
check it
kiss
out.
people. The exciting way to kiss people is with your ass. I've tried it. Never go back.
Oh, jeez. Come on, just for fun, you know? No, that's not what I'm... You guys keep thinking I'm a religious leader. This isn't a religion. This is actual truth. I'm a scientist in real life, but this isn't real life. This is a video game.
Bro, nihilists make the best preachers, bro, every time.
You at least understand that much, right? This is a video game. But you said I'm your grandson. I'm saying everyone is. Everyone here. Everyone in this world but me. You're all my grandson. Your name is Morty. You're stuck in a video game, and I'm here to get you out. What about me? Am I your grandson? I just said everyone is. Wow. Incredible. Okay, but don't react like that. It's not a religion. This is what...
When people start oohing and eyeing at what you're saying, bro, it's like, dude, oh god, dude, I'm getting Billy Cult vibes every time I tell my chat. It's like, guys, I have great news, and everyone's like, ooh, and I'm like, oh no, this is not a religion, guys.
What's happening? You and me and your sister are at an arcade called Blips and Chits. It's been taken over by terrorists, the power went out, the game restarted, and your identity has been splintered into all the non-player characters. So I jacked in as Roy, that's the player character, to get you, my grandson Morty, out of the game before it's over and you die. Okay, question over here. Am I your grandson? Jesus, yes! Every single one of you is 1/5 of Morty. All of you, collectively, are Morty. Look, I don't want to seem impatient, but there's actually a lot more that we have to get done, so if this is how hard it's gonna be, we are in a lot of trouble. Summer, what? I can't do this if you keep bugging me. Do you understand time dilation? I'm losing a month a second out here.
There's an alien army shooting people. What am I doing?
It's a small group of alien terrorists. Just do a Die Hard.
What does that mean?
Sneak around, use air vents. You've never seen Die Hard?
I'm 17. No, I've never seen fucking Die Hard.
Well, neither did the guy in Die Hard, so you're nailing it. Good luck.
Let's go. I have to say, I love the pokes. This episode in particular does such a good job establishing cult mindsets and flawed religious reasoning. I'm not saying all religious reasoning is flawed, but there is some religious reasoning that's flawed, okay? And it's sad to see. Funny is, this episode doesn't even make fun of religion like some previous one does. It just makes fun of the preacher aspect of religion, which is just, it's such an interesting twist on the concept.
Larry! No, I'm at the end of my rope with this kid, I swear to God. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Your beautiful hair. This is not a daughter's haircut. I'm not a daughter, I'm a grandson. You're
let's go.
perfectly fine religion. You were raised Jewish. Dad, tell me anything specific about being Jewish. There's a million things. You go to the temple with the special hat, the falafel flutin. Oh, the falafel flutin? Our Jewish words are gibberish because we're a 14-year-old boy who was raised non-denominational Christian and we're in a video game. I don't need to hear this, Schmoitenhaven. Let me ask you this, little Miss Grandson, little Miss Video Game Character. If you're not my daughter, why stand in my house spouting this shakafka? Why even live here?
It's like all the fake Jewish words. They're like almost Jewish words. They're like at that beautiful border between absolute gibberish and actual kind of sounding like Jewish words. The falafel flutin.
Good question. There she goes, my daughter. 1/5 billionth of a kid trapped in a video game. Yeah, that and a college degree will pay the rent.
The parents just don't understand the children's wokeness. Their wokeness is just so much better. All right, Schmoitenhaven, actually kind of racist, but also kind of funny, therefore 100% forgivable. I'm just saying.
What do you people want?
We have many interests, but right now my primary one is the location of your safe.
We exchange tokens for digital currency. We don't have a safe.
Correction, what you don't have is
a head! the most pathetic little laser gun on the planet. Dude, I'm sorry. Can I just say that this is a comedic point that did not have to be in this episode. Praise falafel flutin.
Currency. We don't have a safe.
Correction, what you don't have is a head. Is this a weapon or a medical tool? Why would you give me a gun with a laser that thin? Did you hear me tell him he wouldn't have a head?
He's dead, isn't he?
People die in surgery.
Hey, who don't touch me? I don't like being touched.
Check the hostages. Make sure nobody else here is doing
a Die Hard. I love how everyone references Die Hard. The Die Hard thing. Okay, what's crazy is this seems like it's two completely separate stories, right? There's the whole Die Hard spoof of the episode and the whole really powerful sci-fi pantheistic narrative going on in the Roy game, okay? You got these two things that seem like they're completely different, but they actually converge in the craziest way ever, and everyone I've spoken to about this episode didn't get it. So that's what we're here to do today.
Hello. My name is Morty. I'm a 14-year-old boy in a video game. Yeah, look, I feel like every time I explain this, I lose followers, but this isn't a religion. And while I do...
Bro, same thing with me. Every time I tell my fans that I don't want to have sex with them, they just leave. I'm like, hey guys, I appreciate your support. I'm not going to have sex with you guys. And they're like, oh! So annoying, honestly. What do you think, chat? What do you think, chat? All right, everyone's leaving. Unfollow. No!
Do have a message from a world beyond this one, and I do need the entire world to hear my message. What I do not need is any more songs about it. Not in this genre.
So this is funny because his message is actually accurate, right? He's telling the truth here. However, the followers are what take this to the complete extreme and turn it into a religion. A lot of religions and cults and things actually grow because the founder has some sort of ideology that he believes in, and then the fanatic followers take it to the extreme. So this is, again, a very interesting poke at not religion itself per se, but what the insane followers, the nutcase fandom does. I just think it's so cool.
I'm an old school hip hop man, and no, that's not an invitation for you to try it, because I'm just gonna say it. We're missing the mark on diversity. Get down, you're all under arrest for being religious the wrong way! It's not a religion. You know what, just shoot me. You think your God makes you bulletproof? There isn't even a God in the real world, you fragmented putz. There's extra no
putz, it's a Jewish word.
God in here. You know what, hippie? Talking like that is why you're getting shot. If you kill him, the game ends and we all die. Get down, lady! I'm not a lady, and you're not a soldier. We're one person split into a lot of little pieces. You feel me, dog? You're not gonna hurt me. You're me. My name is Kevin. I'm a Marine. I'm 30. I'm a little racist, but my best friend is an immigrant that translated in a generic overseas war. That's not true. We're 14. We like pizza and masturbation. We wear a yellow shirt and we have hair that looks like a brown helmet. And we miss our family and we're in way over our heads again. Why's this always happen, man? I know, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Come here. Oh, jeez. Come here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Who is that?
Her video game name is Marta.
Okay, see, this I can work with.
Sneak around, crawl in some vents, do a Die Hard.
Good aim, sir.
Oh my god, it's disgusting.
Epic Die Hard reference.
Actually, it tastes really good. Oh my god, it's disgusting, but it tastes good.
Frank, have you found him? Report.
Oh, walkie-talkie, that's Die Hard. Don't have to see it to know that.
This is John's. I repeat, have you found him?
Breaker, walkie-talkie. I got your walkie-talkie, bitch.
Are you doing a Die Hard?
Maybe. Are you also?
More or less. And my associate, Frank.
Your associate Frank is definitely not doing a Die Hard.
You might even say he's doing a die easy.
Yo!
Because I killed him, and it wasn't difficult.
Destroyed!
Calm yourself, Winslow. Winslow!
I love it. And all the bad guys, they all go one by one separately so they can be picked off one at a time. Of course.
It's not every day one meets a fellow Die Hard enthusiast, Miss...
Call me Die Hard.
Okay, Die Hard. Tell me, what do you know about Die Hard?
What do you care? You writing a book about Die Hard?
As a matter of fact, I've written several. Every sentient civilization across the galaxy eventually develops the same myth.
This is the coolest way to bridge the two concepts of the A and B plot of this episode. Okay? I know it's Rick and Morty, it's a comedy show, and that's about it. But dude, this is so smart. Every crevice of the universe develops the same myth. Whenever something like this happens, the easiest explanation to it isn't coincidence, and that there's some sort of higher power going on, right? And in this case, the higher power is Die Hard, which is a hilarious meme. However, this is, again, a form of religious merchandising, okay? For example, the fact that, let's say, dragons, okay? Dragons are in all sorts of cultures. They're in Western cultures, they were in Eastern cultures. All sorts of different religions came up with these dragons, these lizards with fire breathing and whatever. And all of a sudden, it gives it some sort of credence and credibility to it, even though it makes no sense by the normal constraints of this world. Just by all these different cultures somehow came to the same conclusion separately. It's this concept of higher power. Also, Dragon D's nuts on your face. It had to be said.
In Centauri, it's known as Tower Man. The Oranese have their Thornburg cycle, and in Andromeda, it's called foolish to have imagined you'd be able to kill.
So again, it's such a cool convergence, because both stories are about non-religions becoming religions through, branching out. It's just such a cool concept. I love this episode.
The difference being that cultures like mine are aware of its importance, whereas I'm starting to doubt. You could even recall a single line.
Walkie-talkie Die Hard, motherfucker.
Not so long ago, grandsonism was being dismissed as a doomsday cult. But since a majority of the world decided, hey, you know what? We like jerking off and playing video games and are sick out there fighting terrorists,
True.
Major strides have been made.
You see, again, why are all these people joining the religion? This is such a cool concept. A lot of people don't join religions or whatever, or different groups of society, because they believe in it, or they believe it's right. Are you ready for some crazy analysis? This is making another joke as to why do people join certain sects or certain cults. It's because it allows them to be a person where they live an easier life. It just said people join this religion because people like masturbating and playing video games. The same reason why people join crazy sex cults or whatever, because in sex cults, they permit you to rape people or whatever. Like, again, it's a pretty dark metaphor. But that's exactly what you're saying here. People aren't joining the religion because they believe in it, per se, in this case. Just like in many cults, people aren't joining the cult because they believe in the cult. It's an excuse to be a worse person. It's so cool! Such a great episode! Kind of disturbing. I know!
The world is united because the world is one 14-year-old boy, Morty. But where's it all coming from? Some say Grandsonism's leader, Roy, has a secret base somewhere in these mountains. I couldn't find it, so I'm standing in the general area with a microphone. For Good Enough News, I'm Tony.
There she is, my right-hand Morty.
Got enough spaceships?
Not yet. I figure 5 more years of game time before I can take the whole fake population into fake outer space.
What do we do in outer space?
I mean, nothing. It's fake. We keep going. Which Morty should survive. I mean, whatever amount of Morty we have on board. So if you don't have 5 billion handkerchiefs soaked in chloroform, I hope you can keep flipping idiots to our cause.
They're not idiots, Grandpa. They're me.
Ha! You'll know how funny that is when we get back. By the way, I had your genius of a
Yeah,
father
get
picked
it?
up. He's over there.
What? Why?
I thought you'd be grateful and less distracted than if I let him die. He's been in real bad shape since he lost his wife.
My mom?
You're not at all real mom. A mom in a video game, occupied by a tiny fraction of yourself. A fraction of yourself which is now dead forever, and fractions add up, so I had your dad brought here. You're welcome, you heartless monster.
Martha, it's me, Dad. I converted for you. My name is Morty. So is yours. And there's no conversion. We're both Morty. It's a fact. Sure, honey. Anything you say. I don't want to fight. I'm proud of you. Are you mad at me because before you became the world's most powerful woman, I shamed you for your haircut and called you a slutty, jobless hobo?
Again, this is such a cool little concept, all right? This is a father that doesn't believe in his daughter's cause at all. But because she became the most powerful woman in the world or whatever, he joins the religion. People join the religion to be close to people with power. People join this cult because they think that if they join someone important, even if they don't believe in it, it will give them more power. Again, this whole episode is different pot shots of why people join cults or religions or all that.
If I were you, I'd be a little mad about that. You are me, and why would I be mad at myself? Good point. Is there anything to eat around here? There's a kitchenette in the break room. Oh, a kitchenette, you say? Such red carpet treatment. Excuse me? I said thank you. I love it. We're all part of Morty.
Some of us more important parts than others.
Man, the part of me that's my father is a
That's also gonna be funny when...
Next time you try to do a Die Hard, don't hide under a long table like the guy from Die Hard.
Okay, I won't.
I thought you
He was so sure that she was under the table because he believed that she was doing a Die Hard. So intelligent.
said she doesn't know how to do a Die Hard.
She doesn't.
She's killing us off one by one.
What do you expect her to do? Buy us each an ice cream 2 by 2? She's improvising, which is how she's going to fall right into our trap. I'm going to wander the arcade unarmed, and when she comes across me, I'll pretend to be a hostage. And because she hasn't seen Die Hard, instead of handing me an unloaded gun, she'll hand me a...
Die hard, die hard, die hard!
What the hell was that?
Die hard, die hard!
You can't just keep yelling Die Hard into a walkie-talkie. She threw her walkie-talkie away. She hates Die Hard, which makes her the ultimate McClane. Figured everything you know about Die Hard. And just go shoot that bitch!
Thank you for meeting with me, Mr. Roy. Half the country hangs on your every word. Heck, most of the world. You're like kind of a pope, I reckon.
I'm not a pope because it's not a religion. We're literally in a video game.
I've heard the message, Roy. You're not on the clock here. So you want every single person on a spaceship, but you got a bunch of holdouts.
This is also
Maybe
so
people
cool.
that prefer their leaders a little more elected?
Right, you're voters. People that like being told what to do but don't like admitting it.
Yeah, not sure I'd put it that way.
I'm sure you'd put it a stupid way. I told you this was a waste of time. I've got 92% of you ready to vamoose. We're not gonna get to the rest by making deals with parasites.
Mr. President, Roy is Rick. He's not us. You and I, we're Morty. Is that really so hard to believe? Kid, I've known it and I've believed it longer than you have. We both became video game characters at the same moment, but I knew the truth before you dropped your skateboard and went to your first cult meeting. How do you think a guy becomes a president
You
in
ready?
this game, honey?
You
By
ready?
not paying attention? Sorry to call you honey. I know we're both parts of a 14-year-old boy, but
So smart.
my part's old-fashioned and vaguely southern. I'm confused. If you know Rick is real, why hold out? Because he's a rude, entitled He's here to save us. He could have left the game and let us die.
This is a really cool concept as well. The president knows that his rival for the popular vote is telling the truth, but he doesn't care. The truth isn't what matters. Again, that's the coolest idea about this whole episode. It's not about what's true and what's false. It's about how you can control the sheep's minds. And that's, this whole episode is about cults. It's so funny because it doesn't even look like that on the outside.
He spent 50 years! 50 years! It's what, a couple hours to him? He refuses to leave without his grandson, but what's grandson mean to him? Sounds like it means butler. Someone to help Summer with her die-hard, whatever that means. I'll tell you what it doesn't mean. Fly fishing, a hug, a little appreciation for what is clearly a pretty decent kid. At least the 8% of him that makes up the decent half of the greatest goddamn nation on the planet. We're not a person to him yet. We're not Morty yet. We're divided. We're divided because some of us don't trust the guy. What happens to that part of us when we're all back together? One Morty indivisible, under a cranky old bag of dicks. A man you can lock in a box with 5 billion pieces of his own goddamn flesh and blood for 50 goddamn simulated years and never hear him say, I love you? Sorry, pumpkin tits. That dog don't hunt. Want some heroin? It's a video game.
Let's go! Like, he believes it. He knows it's a video game, but he doesn't care. He's against that side anyway. Pumpkin tits.
Just about ready for launch, kiddo. I can finally get out of these clothes. I don't have nearly enough pockets. And it'll be nice to have my own dick back.
You're fine leaving 8% of me to die?
It's not your finest 8%, Morty. And 8% of anything is expendable. 8% of pizza is crust. 8% of the Snyder Cut was Batman dreaming.
I don't know what that reference is. We're in a video game.
Not for long, baby.
I'm not leaving without all of me.
What? Oh no, let me crunch these numbers. 8% of 5 billion plus one person. My God, if you stay, it changes nothing. Bye.
She's not going. I don't think my country wants to go.
Who invited you to chime in, monitor face?
Why give me a monitor if my opinion doesn't matter?
Bro.
Your opinion isn't allowed it to matter for the rest of us. We're all a Morty. How many chunks of us are we supposed to give up? Look, I don't know about you.
We're all a Morty.
Taking a big leap of faith here. We're basically giving up our lives to become a tiny part of a stranger. These lives aren't real. Yeah, but they're longer.
What is this? Suicide by Summit meeting?
Everyone stop! Rick! I'll get every single part of me to get on every ship and go with you.
Good.
But you have to tell us you love us. I mean, at this point, even if he said it, what's with the pause? Screw you! Wait for it! Holy war! Holier war! Holiest war ever!
Holiest war! And again, it divides down. They reject this religion, this Morty religion cult thing, with a holy war. Again, another religious battle. It's cute. It's a cute episode.
Loyalist evacuocratic grandsonistas claimed the 7 new cities today, while the Stay Putlican Contrasurgent Confederation of Dedication to Video Game Reality invaded the territories of Mortopia, New South St. Morty, and Wee Mortyall. In the end, what does it matter? Everyone's Morty. Nobody wants to die, and that's a hell of a reason to kill yourself, but what can we do? Aw, geez.
Look at old Rick, man.
You're my grandson and none of this is real. What are you trying to achieve? You're only hurting yourself.
The only reason any of us matter is we're pieces of Morty. You taught us that, Rick, but you also taught us you don't care about Morty.
Here's how much I care.
Dude, I love how this war has been going on for like the last 50 years in real time, you know?
You don't stop blowing up my flying saucers, I will exterminate every last one of you. Anything it takes. What do I have to say? I love and respect you, okay?
Too late for talk, Rick. A robot, of course.
I'm not gonna risk dying because if I die in the game, you go brain dead. You're welcome.
Better to die in Roy than to serve in hell.
What about Summer? Do you not care?
Again, now this is tackling the concept like of the whole what's it called? The simulation theory. It's like, even if you want to believe that we're living in a simulation, does it matter? Better be happy in a simulation. Like, it's just a cool concept that it tackles in like a really funny, obtuse way.
Care about her? We gotta get back, Morty. We gotta help her.
You know what? Wherever she is, I'm sure she's doing fine without your help.
Oof, jinx anyone?
Do you think I jinxed her?
Did he jinx her?
You don't have to not do things that were done in Die Hard. You can shoot the glass. Shoot the glass. Throw grenades. Do everything. Just
Don't
kill
just...
her. Why are you here, Miss Die Hard? I want to know why you don't just leave.
Die Hard.
Wait, shh.
Spaceship, and then what?
Then we help your sister do her Die Hard.
Too much. It's too much.
Oh, sorry.
I've got a special guest with me, Miss Die Hard. Or should I call you this guy's sister?
No! Her real name! No!
Mom, Hello, dear. I'm joining the other side. What? Why? I want to live in the real world with Roy. I want to help Summer with her diehard. His name is Rick, and we have no way of knowing if your generation is actually part of Morty. Do you know how offensive that is? It's parenting like this that pushed me into religious radicalism.
Yo! Dude, it's just again layer after layer after layer of different terrible reasons to join a cult. That's the whole episode. It's so smart.
Bye. It's not a religion, but okay. Ma'am, it's really not safe out here. Also, it's time. Are we going on the spaceship now? Pretty soon, Dad. Yeah. Are you lying? You kind of said it with that tone in your voice that we use for dying people. I won't lie to you. You're dying, Dad. And we're not leaving the video game. We're gonna live our lives out here. What? Why the f***? Why? It's more real here. The hell it is. My liver hurts. I'm old here. I want to be a teenage boy. I want to jump around and do homework and jerk off all over the place. But Dad, we would have been one tiny part of that. In here, we get to be who we really are. Yeah, great. Dead. I get to be a dead father. Who do I make the... who do I... don't talk, Dad. Gotta finish my singer.
Zinger, bro. Release the zinger.
Who do I make the checkout to? Best daughter ever? Incorporated. Thought you would have left by now.
I was hoping to get at least half of you home. I can't hold out much longer. I'm pretty much beating my heart voluntarily at this point. Okay, this is a little awkward, but the time dilation has given me a chance to reflect. And I gotta say...
There's no need for that. I've come to tell you, I'm giving the go-ahead. All of Morty will leave with you to the real world, to be your grandson.
Are you ready? She is able to give the go-ahead for like millions of people. Do you know what that means? In order to escape a cult, she formed another cult! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is like 1,000 years of evolution of religions. Like, that's literally what happened in real life. Bro, Mwads, thank you for the sub. Do you realize that's the whole, like, okay, I don't want to actually start mentioning anything real, because I don't want to get into trouble, okay? And I don't want to get canceled for any specific examples I may give. So think back in history and figure it out yourself. Dog, what a good ass episode.
May we help Summer do her Die Hard.
I gotta say, I was not expecting that. Why the change of heart?
My people are staying only out of loyalty to me.
Yep.
I'm a relic. I don't represent them anymore.
You really are a good grandson. You know that? I'm proud of you, Morty.
Please, call me Marta. That's my video game name. Speaking of which, I do have one condition.
I must say I admire you, Miss Diehard. You are a genuine McLean, a most worthy Yankee Doodle ruffian. But now it's all come to an end. And the quarterback, as they say, is toast. I don't suppose you have a gun taped to your back?
What the hell does that mean?
It's how Die Hard ends. Doesn't matter now.
Die Hard tapes a gun to his back? That's the end of your perfect movie that you've patterned your whole criminal life after?
Well, it seems to have worked out pretty well for me, since you're the one about to die. What was it you said? Ah, yes. Walkie-talkie Die Hard. Why are you laughing?
Well, it's funny. The way you said motherfucker. Just laughing.
Okay, it's just that.
Oh, does that happen in Die Hard? Does John McClane laugh and then Hans Gruber is confused, but then they start laughing together for a second?
That actually does happen, yes. Wait, you knew their names this whole time?
Not this whole time, no. You left your book in the bathroom. I read it while I took a shit. I mean, mostly the ending.
Oh my god, she is doing a Die Hard. The Die Hard religion continues. Emotional damage.
Do, baby! Nice timing, Grandpa Rick.
Dr. Us Elysium.
Wow.
Hi, remember me? You shot me on that table and, The near-death experience got me reflecting. I didn't used to be like this. I ate a kid. It was dark, and I thought he was a grown-up. Ever since then, I haven't eaten anybody at all. I think I was channeling all that pent-up eating energy into this job, but now...
You ready for the most literal metaphor in the entire episode? I'm now realizing that his mouth looks a lot like a vagina. Are you ready for the most upfront, basic, hilariously on-the-nose metaphor you'll ever see? If you start a cult, the cult will eventually consume you, baby. Literally, right here, the culmination of the episode. Vor incoming.
Thank you for freeing me.
Classic Tower Man. Almost 2 on the nose, right, Morty?
Sure. I mean, whatever you say, Rick. You know best. I trust you implicitly.
Is he all right?
Oh, yeah, he's fine. Got 'em all out.
Get it? Morty trusts him implicitly.
Every last...
Because he left the one lady, the Morty in there that doubted him.
What's with the jacked up Roy machine? Shouldn't you be taking that to repairs?
Nah, special order. Some rich douche wants his last game to keep running. Hooked it up to an external battery, we're just supposed to store it.
Weird.
Yeah, and get this. The game's still going, but Roy's dead.
What?
Yeah, he's just a corpse floating at the edge out of space, but for some reason the game won't restart, because it's centered on some old lady living a full life.
Sounds bad. Well, put it in there.
See, I'd argue that is a bit of a plot point. Like, on the one hand, it shows that Rick cared, and that's kind of the theme that we're going through here, that Rick actually does care about Morty. So that's kind of the overarching theme of the series. However, time in the game works way faster. So by now, the lady would be long dead. So the idea of storing the machine doesn't really make any sense. Just saying.
Hey, is anybody that wants this later gonna be able to...
Huh? Oh, yeah. Everything's cataloged and tracked. People got the wrong idea from the size of the space, but it's all supported digitally.
So I can put it anywhere. Here's fine?
That's as fine as anywhere else.
And that's just like, there might be a sequel. You never know.
Why isn't anyone attacking him?
It's f***ing freezing out?
No, I think it's the sign.
Well, the sign from Die Hard 3 was clearly racist.
Obviously, but I think we went too broad. Everybody? I mean, who is that offending?
Everybody?
At this point, why even do it? I wish my brother was still alive.
And it's a known fact that a lot of cults, like, where the cult falls apart and it kind of implodes, the brother of the old cult leader rises up to create a new cult. Like, that's happened throughout history so many times. But anyway, what a great episode, am I right? Dog, what a good episode. A hand and a half to you, Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon. Truly good shiz. Thank you for joining my analysis. It was fun. It was a good time. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.